Hello everyone, this is Daughter Darkness, and today I'm bringing you guys a video about Final Fantasy VII, or more specifically the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and this concerns something that Tetsuya Nomura gave in an interview recently, of course following the announcement of the Final Fantasy VII Remake at E3, which got many people very excited. Tetsuya Nomura, of course, for anyone who does not know, is the director of the Final Fantasy VII Remake and was heavily involved in the original Final Fantasy VII, as he was the creator of and designer of many of the most loved characters from Final Fantasy VII, such as Cloud and Sephiroth and so on. So he was the chief character designer for that, and now he's gone on to a director's role, having done that for Kingdom Hearts and most of the time for Final Fantasy XV. So he said in his interview that he wants to take a different approach with the gameplay, and that the biggest challenge for him is to change the elements of Final Fantasy VII without denaturing the original game. So what does this mean, the fact that he's taking a different approach to the gameplay? Well, it could be fairly simple. It's just, the gameplay system from a PS1 game is unlikely to transfer very easily onto a PS4 without looking out of place. So it could just be a way of kind of adapting the original system to work in a kind of 3D HD environment on the PS4, and yeah, just to make it work kind of better in a modern console. However, it could mean a much bigger change, and I'm hoping that I'm not gonna wake up to an angry mob outside my door or something, but I really hope that they do make significant changes for Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So, I have played Final Fantasy VII a bit, the original, and I do not like it. I suppose it's better to say I really can't get into it. After a few minutes I get bored, and I find the gameplay dull. I think really I'm just not a fan of turn-based battle systems. And yeah, I love the story, I love the characters, but the gameplay is just such a put-off for me, and I really can't get into Final Fantasy VII because of it. So personally, this is just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I know a lot of people would get angry if they did this. I would be thrilled if the gameplay of Final Fantasy VII was changed to a real-time action combat system like those that we see in Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy XV or whatever. And this might make sense since, the PS4 has not really got all that many turn-based games. I feel like modern consoles, from really the PS3 360 era, started moving away from turn-based because, I guess they can do more now in real time, so there's no reason to keep restricting you by putting a turn-based system in. That's just the way that I personally see it. Square Enix themselves have gone away. Final Fantasy XV is going to have real-time action. So it might make sense to do the same for Final Fantasy VII. Now, how could they go about this? Personally, I think that an easy change to make would be to go for a Kingdom Hearts style system with a command menu, since in Final Fantasy VII you would pick the options that you wanted to have, so magic, attack, items. As in most turn-based games you get that sort of thing. So it would be easy, I think, to just transfer that into real time effectively, so you get all of Cloud's spells and all of his party members' spells and so on, and all of the items and all the attacks, and yeah, you just put them into a Kingdom Hearts style command menu which works in the same way but in real time. So I think that would be an easy transfer over from the turn-based system. Just basically move all of the attacks into real time. Of course, they'd have to change the way that you actually attack in terms of combos and that sort of thing, and they'd have to put party member AI on, but that would work perfectly fine for me, and I think that would be an ideal system for Final Fantasy VII to make. Of course, it's also a system that Tetsuya Nomura himself has a lot of experience with, having been the director of every single Kingdom Hearts game. They might also want to go a bit more drastic and go for a Final Fantasy XV style system, but, personally, I feel like the Kingdom Hearts system would be absolutely perfect for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Of course, as I say, that's just my own personal opinion. You may have a completely different opinion, and you may hate my guts for saying that I want Final Fantasy VII to be changed to a real-time action game, but that's just how I want. I know that I personally would enjoy the game a lot more if it was, so that's just my personal hope. and yeah, that's just that. So please don't get offended if I disagree with you, but if you really do have a differing opinion, then please share it in the comment section below. And while you're down there, please like this video if you did, and if you liked it, then check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you for watching.